The final round of the Euroleague is here and everything is on the line. Teams are fighting for better playoff spots and one mistake could end their season as it all comes down to this.
It's lobbed into Tavares for the win! Eddie Tavares on the buzzer! Hooks in the game-winning shot! And Real Madrid, who had to win, do win on the buzzer!
Just 3 minutes prior, things were looking a whole lot different in this game. Partizan was enjoying an 8-point lead and it looked like they were about to have a sweet ending to this roller coaster of a season. However, everything changed when Brandon Davis, who was leading Partizan throughout the game, got his 5th personal foul with 3 minutes remaining.
Oh no, they've lost into the backcourt, he's stolen away. Campazzo trying to draw the foul, he does draw the foul, and one!
You could sense a Real Madrid comeback from miles away. The Los Blancos went on a 15-4 run in the last 3 minutes and completely took over the momentum. Partizan's big lead was gone as it all came down to the final possessions, and you know whose time to shine it is.
Now he's looking to go. Sergio Yui to the drive and finishes off the glass!
In a typical Madrid fashion, Sergio Yui decides the game for God knows which time. But does he actually decide it?
Jones around the screen, Jones steps back to tie it and he does with 2 seconds to go!
Carlik Jones answers back and brings the game within a tie with 2 seconds remaining. The Belgrade arena is roaring as the Grobari prepare for overtime. However, 2 seconds are more than enough for Real to get a shot for the win.
It's lobbed into Tavares for the win! Eddie Tavares on the buzzer! Hooks in the game-winning shot! And Real Madrid, who had to win!
There cannot be a more bitter way for Partizan to end the regular season than losing to Real Madrid with a buzzer beater. This is a huge win for Madrid as they secured their ticket for the postseason. However, they will need some outcomes on Friday to go in their favor in order to get to the guaranteed playoff spot. This is Euroleague royalty behind me, and I'm always tuned in to every team with Euroleague TV. I can watch up to 4 games live or catch the replays anytime I want. And you can join me by clicking the link in the description and typing code HEATCHECK15 for 15% off your first year of subscription. It was not the only game with high stakes though, as Monaco needed the win as well, but in their case to secure the home court advantage.
Asvel, where he made his Euroleague debut, as another 4-point play opportunity.
Even though this game had no meaning for Asvel, they didn't want to go down without a fight, especially not against their French rivals Monaco. As both teams couldn't knock down a 3-pointer to save their lives, it was up to the defense to make the difference in this one. Monaco showed resilience early and jumped to a lead as big as 13 in the first half. However, that's when the battle truly began.
His team leading by 6, baseline drive, wide open, terrific quickness and finishing through the foul.
Asvel went on an 8-0 run in the third quarter to tie the game. However, with home court advantage on the line for Monaco, they didn't plan on choking this one away.
Reaching for the defender, setting the screen with his glutes. And Mike James with a terrific pull-up as Mike James looking to work the mismatch against Roberson, takes it to him, pushes off to create room. Mid-range J is bottom beautifully.
A similar story to the one in Belgrade, with the team veteran, in this case Mike James, stepping up for the La Roca to get them over the edge. A big time win for them as they're now sitting at 21-13 and have a guaranteed spot in the top 4. Olympiacos did their job as well as they needed the win against Maccabi to lock their number 1 position. Riddled with injuries and playing against surprisingly one of the better teams in this recent period, getting the win was not an easy task whatsoever. However, these circumstances forced Olympiacos to once again show us how good they are at playing team basketball.
28-28, Fournier, the 3 again.
In a highly interested and fast-paced game, Olympiacos' offense flourished as the red and white had 4 guys with more than 15 points and a team total of 30 assists. Maccabi didn't back down though, as they had 9 of their 11 players write their numbers in the score sheet. However, Olympiacos is simply too dominant in the peace and friendship arena, and while the back and forth did last for more than 35 minutes, a late run led by Evan Fournier and Sasha Vezenkov was more than enough to put Maccabi away for good.
Fournier, 3-point shot with a hand in his face from his fellow Frenchman Jalen Hawes. Fournier. The Fournier flamethrower fires again.
This win secured Olympiacos' top position and put Fener out of contention for it. However, they still need to win it if they want to remain at the 2nd spot. And they had to win against Bayern in a matchup that was as intense as one could get. With Bayern playing at home and needing the win for a guaranteed playoff spot and Fener needing the win to not fall behind Panathinaikos, a battle was upon us. Well, safe to say, Fenerbahce came prepared and did not plan on losing any battles.
Melli ends up with the ball, shoots another three.
Fenerbahce opened the game with an 18-4 run, which ultimately decided the outcome for this one from the very beginning. While Bayern did try to show some effort for a comeback, Fener simply did not allow them to get back into contention.
And a fast break by Wade Baldwin. Thank you very much.
This was a tough defeat for them, as this loss puts them behind Paris, who with the win against Alba still have mathematical chances of a top 6 seed.
And in transition, here goes Iffy! Oui, Iffy!
After this win against Alba, Paris has an equal 19-15 record with Bayern. However, they are ranked above them as they have won their head-to-head matchup against the Bavarians. If things play out in Paris' favor and both Barca and Efes lose their game on Friday night, we could see Paris sitting at the 6th spot and have a guaranteed playoff ticket, which would be a pretty awesome outcome for their rookie Euroleague campaign. That's it for Thursday's basketball, as we have only one more day of the Euroleague regular season. Things couldn't get more dramatic than this, so if you want to see more of that, check out this video right here. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out.